Alicent is an archetype for Catholic guilt and very much the my pleasure equals someone else's pain pipeline. I can't be the only one who thought of Grace Bowman in Secret Life of the American Teenager, where she's like, my dad is dead because I had incredible sex. I lost my virginity and now my dad is dead. So much of Catholicism is based on the idea that if I am suffering specifically for other people's good, that is like Almighty on high. But if I am getting pleasure from something, there's a very likely chance that something's gonna go wrong because God forbid I enjoy myself. And she's starting to realize that all of her focus on where is duty, where is honor, has just ended her on Sir Kristen's face, and people are dying and things are not going well, and she feels bad for enjoying herself because she thinks it really did directly kill her grandson. Which, like, this time though, it like sort of did. And I was thinking about how Daemon and Aemond are like the wild card kinslayers now. Even though Daemon didn't directly slay the kin, he initiated the order, and while it was in response to Aemond's, and I think it's like less of a big deal that way, but you hear them parading around in King's Landing saying kinslayer. They're calling Rhaenyra kinslayer. And obviously, there's such an interesting development in their relationship with the power struggle of, is he really just trying to potentially take the throne for himself? And she's right, like, he's not trustworthy. And he's like, your father, my brother, he just didn't want me to have the throne because he knew my legacy would outdo his and yours wouldn't. And she's like, bro, nobody fucks with you like that, bro. Like, I can't believe you even thought anybody would trust you enough to be king. You're a wild card. We still don't trust you. And he's like throwing stuff again. And the thing is, we keep thinking like, oh my God, Daemon, we love Daemon. And then we remember that he like throws stuff at Rhaenyra and like he choked her one time. And then you're like, oh, I forgot about that. He's very much like he gives Nate Jacobs sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, people are like, oh my God, like he does have the initial allure, but when you're really in it, he's like a dangerous person that you don't really want to be in a relationship with at the end of the day. Aemon's mommy issues are so apparent in episode 2 when he's like cuddling with I'm assuming she's an older, like probably owner of some sort of brothel, and she really is like, he's Little Spoon, and she's like stroking his hair and she's like, you're so good. You're good. You're good. And he's like, I didn't really mean to hurt Luke. Like, I do regret that business with Luke. I lost my temper that day. Which in the book, he is said to have, like, left the castle after Luke being like, I'm getting your head or your eye or something like that. Like, he was like, I'm gonna kill you, I think he said, on the way out. So, I don't know if that's, like, a TV spin. I mean, even if he did do that, I guess that could be presumed as, or taken as him losing his temper. But the kinslaying of it all, the fact that the beginning of it was accidental is such proof that like, so these Game of Thrones wars really sometimes are defined by the wild cards and like the accidents and the things that is like, oh, I didn't really mean to slay my cousin, my brother cousin. I don't know. What are they? They're cousins, but whenever there's so much incest, I don't really know what's going on. Yeah, I think they're cousins. He's like, yeah, I didn't really mean to do that. Oopsies. Started a world, for them, it's like a world war, right? I guess. Yeah, and they're just like, whoopsies. Same with Daemon. He's like, I didn't mean to do that. That was like, I told him to kill Aemond. I can't be responsible for that. And Rhaenyra's like, be serious. She's literally like, she's like, you're pathetic. Be serious. Because Rhaenyra, just like Alicent, understands the gravity and the intenseness of kinslaying. And they're like, literally, what the fuck are you guys doing? You cannot be doing this. And they're the only ones that are looking at their wild cards and being like, do you even know what you've done? Like, they have their respective wild cards, Aemon and Daemon. And they're looking at them like, do you even know what you just did? And they're like, I didn't even mean to do, why are you freaking out? I didn't even mean to do that. Anyways, it's just so interesting to me because these men are like literally killing their kin and they're like, what are you talking about? I didn't do that. That was my demons that night. It was my demons that night. I didn't mean to. So I can't even be blamed. It's really funny. And Sir Kristen, I hate Sir Kristen with a passion. I'm not even going to show you a picture of him right now because you've seen him enough. And while he's handsome, he just ruins everything. And then his whole business with Sir Eric being like, I didn't like that whole scene, the way he was talking to him. It was very much like fee fi fo fum. You can tell he is not a leg to stand on. And I was like, this is it felt like a weird Game of Thrones universe scene to me. I was like, this does not feel Game of Thronesy or House of Dragon-y in a way. It feels petty. It feels like it belongs in a scene in Awkward, the MTV show. Do you know what I'm saying? The scene with Sir Kristen and Eric. And when he's like, and where were you? And if you had done this, then maybe this would have happened. He just was being like very sassy and like petulant and really weird and annoying. And then him sending him to basically to his death. And I'm like, Sir Kristen, this is like a really weird way to deal with your issues and like not take responsibility, just kill everyone around you. Every time he's upset, every time Sir Kristen is upset, he takes out a tertiary character. Have you noticed? Every time he gets like really petty and wild, and I don't understand why, because him and Alicent be fucking, like you would think he would have some stress release. With Laenor's boyfriend, who I can't remember if his name is he the one that someone is named after? Is his name Lucerys? I can't remember, the blonde guy. And he was like trying to talk to Sir Kristen, like, oh, hey, isn't it cute? Like, we get to be their like little side pieces. And Sir Kristen was like, no words, just took him out. That's also a wild card, but he's a controlled and like wild card that does Alicent's bidding, so I guess she doesn't care. She has a lot of wild cards around her. She has a lot of men around her who are trying to help, like quote unquote help, in ways that are harmful. Like also the clubfoot guy, laryngitis strong. Anyway, yep, that's my take on episode 2. Sorry it took me a week to get there. There's a lot going on. It's Pride, there's Love Island, there's Cheer, there's so much happening. It's summertime, but I made it before the next episode, so you remember that. And I will be watching the episode tonight. No, I will. I'll do it. Okay, love you. Bye.